something we need to understand as we speak on this platform this morning to talk about the development surrounding the coalition. It's very clear, the coalition is working towards that direction. As I'm talking to you now, there is a mass rally going on in Kano for Obi. Everywhere is Obi. If stakeholders around the world, right inside the venue of the coalition meeting, Obi was mentioned and introduced as the presidential candidate of the adopted party, ADC. And secondly, let me make it very clearly, Obi was on air on Sunday at Channels Television, Politics Today. Go and listen to Obi very well. Obi had made it very clearly that he will not accept any presidential slot from anybody. That he's going to campaign and that he's going to work as a presidential candidate. As simple as that. Whatever form they're going to adopt, it is purely a structural thing, whether it is consensus, whether it is through voting. At the end of the day, Obi is the choice of thousands and millions of Nigerians around the world. Secondly, I want to say it very clearly that the North, including El-Rufai himself, just to quote him, has made it very clearly that it is the turn of the South and that the South must retain the presidency because it is the turn of the South. The only change there is that they are going to, push for another Southern candidate. Obi, Atiku is not from the South. Kwankwaso is not from the South. El-Rufai is not from the South. And Amechi does not have the same political strength with Obi. Everywhere is Obi. So there's no need of, having any reservations until the coalition factor the process, which is supposed to be seen to be democratic in electing Obi. There might be competing ambition at the end of the day, but the fact still remains, whatever happens, no matter how it is, Obi is being targeted as the next presidential candidate under any adopted party. Obi has never left Labour Party anyway. He has not, and he keep on saying, understanding the factor on the ground, that from survey, 81% of Nigerians does not want Bola Ahmed Tinubu again. I can show you proof right here. A survey has been conducted, and the man should know that it is not the fault of him or the fault of Nigerians. His work speaks for him, and it is time for the masses to pass judgment whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually did well. And if you look at what is coming from the North, they said even if he uses Sheyi, his daughters, as INEC chairman, he must go. That's the clear fact, and we must understand it. There's no two ways of twisting anything. Atiku needs Obi to win. Obi needs Atiku to win. But the reality is that it is not the turn of the North. No man is an island. The South needs the North. The North needs the South.
Now, quick one. Over how many years now, Aregbesola have been quiet, and suddenly we found him at the coalition. So, as what's it called? Yemi Osinbajo. But if before the coalition, before the end of this year, Osinbajo is being, introduced to the party.
Osinbajo has no space within this, but he can be at the background to support ADC. That's what it means, because he's one of the people that caused a major face-off between Aregbesola and Tinubu at the end of the day because of the Muslim ticket, and that's what happened. Aregbesola has already relocated to Lagos. These are the people who laid the foundation of the so-called political sagacity of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You cannot rule out Aregbesola, and they have come to say we still have our structures intact in Lagos. Aregbesola said he's relocating to Lagos. He wants to see what will happen. Of course, he is going to be in charge of the coalition process in the entire Southwest. So it is a big win for ADC if they're able to get it right, whether democratically or through consensus. All Nigerians is asking and seeking that Obi should be officially presented to 250 million Nigerians. That's what everybody's saying. They want to see how INEC, Judiciary is going to work. Like Dalong, a former minister of sports, said it very clearly that even if he brings Sheyi as the INEC chairman, anybody he brings, even including his daughters, as judicial chief of that, he must go. Of course, Tinubu did not perform up to expectation anyway. That's the fact. And secondly, he's having a fractured relationship with the United States of America now. Donald Trump. He was not invited in the last summit organized by Washington to host some African leaders. Tinubu was not invited, and already, he's aligning with BRICS, Russia, and
Yeah, we saw the.
yes, and Donald Trump has made it very clearly. These are the things we are looking at, and already ICC. I repeat, Pan African Institute, a UN, five international organizations now are taking up the issue that has to do with kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. And Tinubu has been, notified. Buhari has been notified. It is not a joke. In few days from now, you are going to see the impossible. I think 7 days, yeah. You are going to see a lot of things, there is going to be serious struggle over the identity of this man for having contravened AU Act. It's not a joke. We must understand that. And secondly, like I said before, survey has shown that Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not have a space in the electoral process of victory come 2027. Thank you.
Okay, before you go, I let you go. A few days ago, we saw the president with Russian president, the BRICS nation. I think that should be a plus to Nigerian development since we want to.
Oga, we don't need BRICS. We are looking for how we are going to survive first. What are you going to do with BRICS? What has BRICS got to offer? Is BRICS is it in the international market? Is BRICS recognized? How many countries are in the BRICS? Why are you creating problem for yourself? They told you when you assume power as the president of Nigeria, avoid Trump. Everybody was telling you avoid Trump because they know what you people did in Trump's second term ambition that saw Joe Biden take over power. We know how this man we're talking about today connived with Buhari and know what they did. So everybody have been saying it. What are you looking for in BRICS? What has BRICS? What is the benefit? What are you going to attract for Nigerians? BRICS is not an internationally accepted currency. Nobody recognizes it. Russia is looking for a way to structure their factor with China and other countries like South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa.
Yes, but who among them now? Who are the powerful nations that are around them? The EU Parliament have issued ultimatum over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue. You are not thinking of how you are going to solve the problem, international, the damage you people and Buhari have done on Nigerian image. They have taken up the case in Kenya, and all this while they have been waiting for evidence, and that evidence has come from Kenyan court. And now they are saying that they will take up the matter because Tinubu Buhari contravened. There's no chance for him in Asurok, and I hope he knows that. He has failed, and the survey is saying 81% plus Nigeria does not want to see him in 2027. It is not our fault. It is time for the masses to pass judgment on his administration. And that is it. Whether the coalition fail or the coalition does not fail, the judgment, it is time for judgment. So what I'm saying is clear here. I hope the North will understand that at this present time now, there is no two ways about it. There's no compromise. They have just left power after 8 years, and a Southerner is there, and unfortunately, he didn't perform up to expectation. And the people who are believed to be political stakeholders in this country who also helped him to victory. These some people helped Tinubu to victory. So you want to demonize them now because they said they don't want you because you failed. The same people Tinubu gathered to give Buhari 8 years, even though we know that it is not turn of Tinubu to be there. You can see what the revelation coming from Erufai. It is in everywhere. Obi won that election, but because he's an Igbo man, they don't want to give him. Erufai said it is not hidden. And this time around, they are saying no. The evil they brought must be removed. That is just the picture. Obi cannot be vice president to anybody. Obi cannot be vice president to Atiku. Obi will never accept that and has never, ever accept that. Anybody that is doubting this, you go and watch Obi live on Channels TV yesterday, where he debunked a lot of things, speculations, and he made it very clearly that he's coming out. If you watch other coalition, they never introduce anybody as a potential presidential candidate apart from Obi, including Dino Malaye, including the former APC national chairman, John Oyegu, Sule Lamido, El-Rufai, you know. So we don't want to see it as just purely a consensus thing, because consensus is not actually purely democratic, but they have to go through that process, and that process definitely we hope that it does not produce another northerner but a southerner.
So now you, as the president, what move or string will you pull? So I have to let people have the change of mind, your people, in the space of these 2 years.
I am not Tinubu anyway, but if I am Tinubu, I will go to the residual list and look at the residual list very well, and look at the concurrent list very well, and see how I'm going to put food on the table of 200 million Nigerians first. Having done that, then our hope can be rekindled to the dead, renewed hope of Tinubu. You know, he says it's a renewed hope. We didn't see any renewed hope. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you look at it very well, look at those things that are disturbing the structure of policies implementation, and remove them. Rejig your cabinet members. You know, let it not be seen that you are lopsided. Engage yourself into the issue that has to do with insecurity. Nigerians must survive first. Without that, which I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu might resort to the use of force to retain power 2027, and I pray when he gets to that level, maybe possibly he will be the last president of Nigeria. I'm telling you, you see, when we get to this level, and the whole handwriting is on the wall that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is contesting second term, definitely, from the look of things. And the masses who are seen as the coalition is challenging his second term, and they want to use INEC, Judiciary, police, army, Wike, everybody to, struggle the wheels of the masses. Then we might end up having him as the last president of Nigeria. Yes, because he's already threatening separatist agitation in Nigeria. If you look at his last statement yesterday, that is not okay. People have right to agitate. You cannot say that the army should go. You're not talking about insecurity. The army should make sure that nobody agitating for separation, for self-determination. That is not going to work. And secondly, he's already in trouble. Yes, because I know that any man from now, I don't know where he's running from one corner to corner. Go and meet the world leaders and tell them your own side of the story. How you people connived in Kenya and brought Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. I think 4 days or 5 days from now, they are coming. And they have said it, they are coming. EU Parliament said they are coming. They want to know how this thing, because you contravene. When we are saying it here, you contravene. You contravene. And up till now, you still find it very comfortable To put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there, using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to negotiate 2027, bros, it cannot work. As simple as that. The Igbo youths have told you clearly that these Eastern governors are deceiving you. We are not at your back. Simple. And that is what it is. That's what Ohaneze told Buhari clearly. We will not vote for you. And they suffered 8 years of Buhari's calamity. And nothing happened. The Igbo nation is still breathing. They never die. But they took a stand. Now, when Ahmed Tinubu is here, can the romance between Yorubas and the Northerners continue? Thank you.
Thank you very much.